Quick announcement, East versus West has been updated. If you prefer written changelogs, you can see the link below in the video description. If you prefer video, stick around. Uh, this is hopefully the last update for the mod. I don't think anything else really needs to be done unless I decide to make a campaign module for it, which I have no idea how to do, and I don't really play single player, so if enough people ask, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll probably leave it be. All right, so we'll quick roll through the changelog. One thing is that the various detailed unit descriptions have been updated. So pistol impact plus 50, for example, on these riders. Next up, heavy weapon and spearmen. They're supposed to get 50% melee POA against unsteady protected foot. And in the first version of the mod, they were getting it against pike and shot and bayonet armed medium foot, but they were not getting it against Kyles, which is an oversight on my part. So this unit of pikemen is in rough ground, and now you can see that the spearmen get half their melee POA, as do the heavy weapon, and the swordsmen, of course, still get their full swords unlocked. In vanilla, spear and heavy weapon get nothing in this situation. Next, mob. So in Sengoku Jidai, these had a movement of 3, which was in line with warriors, I guess because of their loose order, but a bunch of untrained levies being able to maneuver that cohesively, that rapidly seemed weird to me, so I reduced them back to regular movement. Alright, the largest change is in how foot charging mounted works. So it's now kind of a amalgamation of pike and shot, Sengoku Jidai, and Field of Glory. So pike and shot, any foot without range capability, non-light foot, can charge mounted. That includes peasant mobs, and they cause an automatic cohesion drop. And Sengoku Jidai, it's limited to warriors with no melee capability, with no range capability. In Fog, it's any non-light foot, but they don't cause an auto drop, they just get a minimum plus 50. Alright, so here I'm allowing any non-light foot with no range capability who are not mob to charge mounted. So these poorly armed levies can't do it. Great. This medium foot can do it. Note, no automatic cohesion drop because chargers are light troops and the enemy are not, or chargers are non-Kyle foot charging mounted. Alright, so I'm giving plus 50 to non-Kyle foot charging mounted. This is important because a lot of later Sengoku lists have full melee medium foot, but the Kyles still cause an automatic cohesion drop, although their guaranteed POA is still only plus 50. Okay, so because mounted can no longer evade, I felt like it was important that they couldn't just cause a drop. This was pointed out by someone in the Steam forums, credit to them. So now things like later Japanese armies, there should be a lot less of those staring contests, although, spearmen charging mounted with an impact capability head on, it still tends to be a very bad idea, but you can do it, and maybe if you've disrupted them with fire first, it's more viable. Alright, next, there's a minor bug, which only affected this one unit, but heavy weapon was supposed to be a full impact capability, even if it was only 50%. For whatever reason, the bow and bill, which has 50% swords, 50% heavy weapon, was only getting 50 impact, whereas the 50% heavy weapon units were getting their full impact. So now that's been fixed. Alright, and finally, these Ming style armored heavy foot in the vanilla game are heavy weapon only, which kind of makes them worse than the unarmored variety, because those unarmored ones get the 16% defensive light spear, which means 100% impact when charged by anything, including cavalry. And heavy weapon gets no impact versus cavalry. It's kind of weird that you're paying more for what in almost every case is a straight up downgrade, other than the rare case where, swordsman is canceled, but still, overall, this seems like a trade that is better for these units, makes them more viable, even if it reduces their POA slightly in certain situations. didn't change the unit cost for them because it's technically kind of a trade. All right, so that's it. Like I said, it's available for in-game download, and I don't think I'll need to be updating the battle side of things anymore. Uh, and jury's out on if I'll decide to put together a campaign module for it. So, hope you all enjoy.